making her runway debut at 40, embracing her family's heritage, and never having enough bandanas. Gigi and Bella Hadid may be household names, but how much do you know about their older sister, Alana? Alana Hadid has worked in fashion for years, but it wasn't until 2023 at the age of 40 that she finally walked the runway. The model appeared on the catwalk at Copenhagen Fashion Week after being asked to walk for designer Saks Pot. Describing the experience to Vogue, she said, "I had decided to come to Copenhagen as I love Danish brands. I've loved Saks Pots for a very long time, so it was incredibly exhilarating to open for them." Hadid was photographed wearing a number of outfits by the brand, and while she may have had a late start walking the catwalk, Hadid explained that she was hoping to return for more shows in the future, sharing, "I'm actually so in love with walking runways. It was not something that I came here to do, but it's been an exciting twist. I hope to come back again and walk more shows." In 2017, Alana Hadid co-founded the brand, L'Adétresse, with her friend, Emily Perlstein. The brand features stylish loungewear, knitwear, and denim. According to Us Weekly, L'Adétresse really took off during the pandemic when shoppers were searching for cozy items to wear around the house. As Hadid told the outlet, "I love the fact that people are wearing our stuff when they want to be comfortable. I love that it's their comfy go-to wear." In 2022, Hadid expressed her gratitude to her family for their support of the brand, telling E! News, "I think one of the best things about our brand has been how supported we've always felt by our friends and family, which is why we named a lot of these pieces after our family." L'Adétresse wasn't Alana Hadid's first foray into the world of fashion. In fact, back in 2016, she collaborated with the brand Lou & Grey, creating her own capsule collection. For Hadid, it was a huge honor and a defining moment in her fashion career. She told Washington Life at the time, "I feel humbled that Lou & Grey wanted to feature me and make me the face of the collection, and I'm just enjoying it." The collection mainly featured accessories like bandanas. Hadid told Refinery29 about her decision to release so many bandanas as part of her collection, saying, "I wear them all the time. I'm really obsessed with bandanas, and they're making a huge comeback." As she went on to explain, she was in the habit of wearing bandanas either in their traditional cowboy style or twisted into a choker in the evening. Hadid took part in another fashion collab in 2019 when she partnered with the Spanish bag brand Strathberry. As usual, Hadid proved to be a trendsetter, discovering the brand on Instagram before it took off in popularity.
I've loved Strathberry from the beginning when I first stumbled upon them on Instagram, and I just think it's such an iconic brand.
So, how close is Alana Hadid to her sisters? Well, they unsurprisingly all have one major passion in common, a love of fashion. And it turns out that they love to chat about their favorite looks. As Hadid told Glamour, she, Bella, and Gigi even share a sisters group chat where they can gab about fashion anytime. Even though Hadid explained that her sisters have a great sense of fashion, she still helps them out from time to time, explaining, "I'll say, 'Ooh, I love this,' or they'll say, 'I'm doing this, what do you think?' Sometimes they'll be like, 'What shoes do I wear with this?' All sisters get to do that with each other, but it's fun because we get to have a little more fun with it." Alana Hadid takes her mornings and her sleep pretty seriously. As she explained to the Fashion Spot, she actually follows the same routine every day. She said, "I usually catch every last minute of sleep before enjoying a morning workout. After I get a sweat in, I usually return emails and head to meetings." Hadid has added a new practice to her morning routine, practicing gratitude. As she explained in an Instagram post in 2023, she and her partner have a gratitude ritual they practice every morning. She wrote, "We start our day with gratitude. Every morning we give each other space to share a few things we are grateful for in our life and about each other." According to Hadid, the ritual has helped them find a state of happiness and calm. Having worked in fashion for years, Alana Hadid has developed her own distinct sense of style. Her fashion journey began during her childhood in Washington, with Hadid telling Washington Life, "I definitely didn't have an East Coast style profile." While her friends usually wore preppy styles, she preferred to wear second-hand and vintage clothes, noting that she liked wearing printed tights with short overalls and jeans under her dresses. She added, "I definitely had a California-style ideology before I moved." As an adult, Hadid began experimenting with more masculine styles. She told Refinery29 in 2016, "I have a very androgynous look, and I always have. However, over the years, she has allowed her look to become a little more girly. noting that her clothes with Lou and Gray were pinks and purples, colors that she would not normally associate with herself. Alana Hadid spent much of her childhood in Washington, D.C., thanks to her father's job. She eventually moved to Los Angeles and has since settled down there. However, as the model and stylist told Washington Life in 2016, she still visits D.C. from time to time to visit family and explore her old haunts, saying, "When I'm in D.C., I spend most of my time in my family and friends' living rooms, but I love walking around in Georgetown. There are places I always stop because they remind me of childhood." She also makes sure to go to her favorite childhood cafe for lunch and a local museum for a bit of culture. Hadid also credits her Washington upbringing with teaching her how to achieve a pulled-together look. And while it may not be her look of choice, it's something she can appreciate. She said, "I think there is something to be said and respected about the pulled-together, polished, and head-to-toe look that DC women achieve. It takes effort and attention to detail, and it's unique in this time in fashion. I love it." Alana Hadid has had a number of different procedures done over the years, but she always seems to be extremely transparent with her fans about each one. In June 2022, Hadid posted a video showing the process of getting her brows microbladed. She also showed off her freshly tinted and shaped brows in before and after shots. A few months later, Hadid got M-sculpt on her abs, along with a Forma facial.
It's all about making things tight today.
Then, in April 2023, Hadid showed her followers her experience getting Botox on her neck and forehead. That same month, Hadid filmed herself getting Sculptra filler for her cheeks and jawline, explaining the procedure and its benefits. A big part of Alana Hadid's online presence is her commitment to spreading body positivity and messages of self-love to her followers. As Hadid explained in a 2023 Instagram post, she hasn't always felt good about her body. Instead, it's something she has had to learn, writing, "I used to look at myself in the mirror every day and force myself, say 3 things I loved about myself. I made it a practice. I did it daily. Now I can name 20 things I love about myself easily." In one post, Hadid showed off some Valentine's Day lingerie and encouraged her followers to, quote, "make your body your Valentine." In another 2023 post, Hadid once again wrote about the importance of speaking to yourself and your body with kindness, writing, "Try loving yourself like you are your own best friend." It turns out, Hadid actually had some help learning to love herself. In a 2022 Instagram post, she explained that she had been through what is known as the Hoffman process in 2021. Throughout the process, Hadid unlearned negative self-talk and even had some creative inspiration. When she's not designing or modeling, Alana Hadid is involved in a number of charities. During an interview with Real Talker, she explained that she became involved with the Make-A-Wish Foundation as a board member thanks to a friend of hers.
He knew how much I loved to get involved in charities, philanthropic activities.
In addition to sitting on the board of Make-A-Wish, Hadid has also collaborated with Food and Friends, a charity designed to help AIDS patients, Knockout Abuse, a charity that helps victims of domestic abuse, and Water Drop LA, a charity that helps bring water to the poor areas of Los Angeles. Hadid is also an ambassador for Project Zero, an organization that aims to encourage more eco-friendly practices to support the health of the oceans. Alana Hadid's father, Mohammed Hadid, is a Palestinian who grew up in Damascus and Beirut. In an interview with Fortune magazine, he said he is a descendant of Dahir al-Omar al-Ziyadani, a famous Bedouin tribesman who played a role in briefly separating Palestine and the Ottoman Empire during the 18th century. Muhammad attributed his success to his roots in Palestine, telling the magazine, "The Palestinians are like the Jews. Everything was taken away from them, so they try to become better businessmen to free themselves from the stereotype and build a new life." It seems that his daughter Alana is equally proud of her heritage. Alana has posted numerous times on Instagram speaking up about Palestine. On May 15, 2023, she posted in honor of Nakba Day, writing, "Nakba Day is the commemoration of 75 years of violent displacement from our homeland." In another post featuring her father, she wrote about how proud she was of her and her family's heritage. As Alana told Muslim Girl, she thinks a lot about what she posts online, and her father is proud of her for doing so, explaining, "I want to amplify all sorts of voices, not just Palestinian voices, Israeli voices, Jewish voices, American voices, voices that are saying something that I think that are really important."